Greetings and salutations. The last time I did this, which this is a Nuzlocke, by the way. This is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke. Which, as you probably realized, the last time we did this, I died. Going against Rourke, forget it. Lost. So, what we're going to do is we're going to attempt yet another Nuzlocke. And this is Nuzlocke Attempt 3, Part 1. I tell you, I love Nuzlocks. Oh, and the last time I did this, I didn't have a camera, because it was on the fritz. And I was explaining how actually this one is... I wish I could choose random. We're going to choose this guy. We're going to name him Locke like we did last time. Because Nuzlocke. Yes. And we're going to name him Stock. And if we can name the other one, we'll name it Barrel. Anyhow. Actually, let's see. Can I put a... Nope. I was going to say, can I put a letter in that's kind of... I mean, I could use that one, but it's not going to... Yeah, sure. We'll do that. Makes it look... Oh, really? I can't? Really, game? You're going to be that guy? Alright, whatever. Let's name it with it. Okay. That way it doesn't look like stock options. Anyway. Last time we tried this, I was explaining... Well, not in the last video, but the last time I tried it, I explained how Nuzlocking this and Pearl, Shining Pearl, are harder than the originals. And they are. I mean, they are by far more difficult than the originals. And the reason for that is because effort values, individual values, and actual EV training and everything exists. And we're programmed into the enemies. So, that's a huge thing. And we set this to set. Give nicknames. Don't use the gyroscope. Alright. Fantastic. Now obviously people dogged on this game and didn't care for it, but like, look at the little charms in it. Yes, it's a Diamond and Pearl remake. And, you know, people would say, well, what charms in it? Look at the reflections. See? Look at the reflections there. That's what I'm saying, the little charms. Things like that that didn't exist in the previous iteration, that exist in this one, are just... That's what sells me on it. Like, little things like that. But now, we're going to see what we can do. Now, the rules are the same. Okay? The rules are, I don't go with the first encounter. Now, I did kind of make my own little set of Nuzlocke rules. And my set of Nuzlocke rules is... I can choose whatever Pokemon I want on the route, in such that, let's say I encounter the first Pokemon, and I don't want it. I cannot defeat it. If I defeat the Pokemon, I abdicate that route, which means I give it up. I don't get a Pokemon from that route because I defeated the one that I would have caught. Okay? So if I defeat a Pokemon on a route, I don't get that Pokemon. If I run from the battle, that's fine. I can choose a different, like I can battle something else and get, you know, a different Pokemon through a different battle. If it comes up to be the same Pokemon again, I can just run away again. Now, people would say, well, that's not nice, because you could just sit there. That's not a real Nuzlocke, because you could just sit there and be like, oh, well, you can run from all the battles until you get the Pokemon you want. Okay, but let's look at this realistically. I'm losing experience by running away, so I gain nothing. In fact, I lose by doing it that way, because I could take damage. And if I take damage and it dies, game's over. So it's a little bit more risky that way, and it's less rewarding too. But it allows me to have more flexibility in what I get in terms of, like, Pokemon selection. Now, as soon as I capture something, I can no longer capture anything else. If a shiny does appear, I will capture it just for the sake of capturing the shiny to then dump off on Pokemon Home. But I won't be allowed to use the shiny. I have to nickname everything. And if a Pokemon faints, it gets released, it's deemed dead, and it's gone. So, there is that. We're gonna see what I can work with here. Turtwig? Turtwig would be nice for the first fight. I'm gonna go with Turtwig. Well, at least it's not a shiny. I've seen people that get that. And he's not a shiny either, so... But no, like, Turtwig seems like a solid option. I'm gonna have to watch out when I go to the bug gym. There was one time I really did make it far, but chalked it at the grass gym. Not the bug gym, the grass gym. That's what it was. Completely chalked it, and it was terrible. I do like this iteration of Scarlet, or not Scarlet, listen to me, jeez. Oh. My brain is just gone. I do like this iteration of Diamond and Pearl. Oh, and when it comes to the Pokemon Underground, I am only allowed one from the Pokemon Underground. From the whole Underground. So, I better make it a good one. So, I'm allowed one per route. Of course, that one, when I do one per route, it's going to be me essentially picking what Pokemon I want out of the route and running from the rest until I can catch the one. Then when I catch that one, that's the one I get to keep. Obviously, fishing counts as the route catch too. So if I wanted to get like a Gyarados, which I really want to get the old rod quick so I can get the Gyarados going. Because I think a Gyarados late game would do a hard carry, so... We'll see. I mean, last couple times I didn't get it to a Gyarados. It got just... It was just terrible. Oh boy. Nuzlocke seems so... Nuzlocking is one of those rare forms that not a lot of people get into, and I wish people did. And because to me, it's... I don't know. It's got that charm to it. Oh, right. I don't have my hat. Duh. I forgot she gives me my hat when I leave. Oh, no, wait. I gotta come over here and run into this. Do I? No, wait. I have to go talk to Rowan, don't I? Actually, let me check to see if he's upstairs over here. Because I know there was one where he's upstairs and he comes running down the stairs and he runs into me. Okay, it wasn't that. I have to go to Rowan. It's been a while since I've done this. And I've thought about trying to fill out the old Pokemon Home Pokedex. That way I can get some shiny Manaphies and stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm also not allowed to use potions. Or restorative items. So anything that's paralyzed, poisoned, I just have to deal with it. Or berries. I mean, I can use berries because those are held, and you can make them hold a berry and then eat it. No problem. So berries are allowed. Just can't use berries out of combat. They have to hold the berry. That's a ruling I've made. Matter of fact, let me go to my video details. Yep, it says if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. No items can be used, but berries and held items are allowed. You must nickname all the Pokemon. If the Pokemon faint, if all the Pokemon faint, the run is over. Only allowed one fossil Pokemon. Only allowed one underground wild catch. I can only catch one Pokemon per route. Tunnels aren't allowed to catch in. If I KO a Pokemon before catching one on that route, I can no longer catch one on that route. I may flee and attempt a different Pokemon, however. So, them's the rules. Which seem pretty fair. Yes, I have to nickname my Turtwig. I'm going to name him Tortimer. Chimera. What's really gets me is, when you, used to nickname, pardon me, when you used to nickname Pokemon way back in the day, and then you put them on Pokemon Stadium for the N64, it made them a separate color. Not so much a shiny, but it just came out looking a different hue. So, yeah. Alright, now I gotta go. She's gonna teach me how to capture Pokemon. No, wait. She tells me about the buildings. I'm pretty sure she also does a catching tutorial. Well, I haven't encountered any battles yet, so we're good. We need... Good, we have nothing. And I am going to pick all the berries I see. On every route. Like, this gets more and more difficult as time goes on. As I said, I had to go and tell my parents. Oh, there we go. Yeah. She's just like, oh, he told you to do this massive thing in your life, this huge adventure. You're not even an adolescent, but here, go travel the world with full of dangerous Pokemon that could burn and shock you and bury you in sand, and that's fine though. Don't worry about it. It's inconsequential. You're fine. Like, read half the Pokédex entries. Seriously, like, read them. They end up. It talks about how it's Pokemon that drain the life out of people and leave their bones behind. Ah. See, I think that if Pokemon was to really do something, I think that they should go one step further and really write in a storyline like, it's your father's old hat, and he left it for you. We don't know where your father is. He's presumed dead. Maybe he got eaten by a palace sand. Hard telling. I mean, it even says they consume the life force of their victims, so there you go. See, I don't want this route to be a Starly. That, and I don't have Pokeballs, so... If I KO something, I can't catch anything here, so now I have to run from everything. Yeah. And this is the issue, though, because like if I run for things and I don't do it right, I can end up losing HP, which can cost me in the future. So. But thinking back on it, what Pokemon do I really want? Kricketot. Kricketot turns into a Kricketoo. Really? Gotta run my feet off. No, a Kricketot, I think. Kricketot turns into Kricketune early. He does a ton of damage. He has Fury Cutter. He's got a lot of good early abilities. And he'll end up having a heroic stand, no doubt about that. See, now she's going to teach me how to catch him. Yep, show me how to catch one. She's not even going to weaken it. She's just going to be like, ah, yes, I'm going to throw a ball straight away. Oh, no, and this one she actually does weaken it. Interesting. Okay, its HP is down. Not even half. Anybody that's ever played a Pokemon out there, anybody that's ever played a Pokemon game out there knows what happens if their HP is only at half. Yeah. You know. Everybody knows. It's just, oh, it's at half? It doesn't catch. Of course not. Of course the Bidoof. She catches the Bidoof. Mm-hmm. Cool. She gave me Pokeballs. So now I can catch a route on something on Route 201. Which is what I'm going to go do right now. I'm going to go to Route 201, get my catch there. What do I want? Starly? Bidoof? Looking like a Starly. So I'll take the Starly, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to name it. I'll figure that out when I get there. So it's a Starly. It becomes a Staraptor. Which if you... Yeah, so I want to give Starly a nickname. Ethan. Oops. I know what you're thinking. Ethan? Why would you name it Ethan? Ethan Hawke. Terrible, I know. Even though he's not a hawk, he's a starling. But you said Ethan Hawke, might as well, right? I mean, the name works for me. The name fits. I'm good with it. So then I gotta go to the next route. I'm gonna catch my Route 202. We're gonna see what I get there. I'm hoping I get like a Kricketot, because a Kricketot would be really good. Like hasty nature, which is great for speed, but trash for defense. Might come in handy, but it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. Alright, what's my Route 202 encounter? Let's see what we get. Kricketot. Oh yeah! Give it to beans. There's almost too much beans. You just wait. You wait till Kricketot levels. It'll be insane. Your story. Oh. Ooh, Tortimer learned leafage. Beautiful. Make it sound like a xylophone. Resonance. Oh yeah. Alright, so now what we're gonna do... Is that all he knows is just pound and growl? He's got good special defense. He's got good special attack. He's got shed skin, too. Growl and pound is all he knows. And I'm gonna go back and heal up. Okay, not right now. I'm gonna get ambushed by another Starly. But after that, I'm gonna go back and heal. Not good. You have that whole, like, mini heart attack when that happens. They do something and you're like... Yeah. Happens to everybody. Charlie used tackle. That's not a tackle. This is. Now, I did notice something about Pokemon Legends ZA, or Z, or whatever they're coming out with. That they're moving to a complete, like, active battle style. Like, as in, you have to move to dodge attacks, and you have to move to, you know, you have to move your trainer and your Pokemon at all times, etc. It's like, okay, well, that's a cool little gimmick and all. But, like... bit of a hot take. I think this is just me. My hot take on things. I think that the game. I think that the Pokemon Champions is going to be a bigger success than ZA. Pardon me. Here's why I think that. Pokemon Legends Arceus was great. Don't get me wrong. Legends Arceus was just an absolute amazing title. Had an amazing premise. You're time traveling, etc., and so on and so forth. It's set in the same area as Diamond and Pearl, and it's mind-blowing. Incredible. Love it. Bit of a problem, though. Legends Arceus was its own thing. And the forms, the Hisuian forms, ended up being very helpful in competitive battling. Which is fine. And now they're going to do Legends Z. So, the Legends Z, what's going to happen, is they're going to bring back really one step, and then I get ambushed again? Jeez. So they bring out Legends Z. And what will inevitably happen is you will have you'll have new forms, obviously. You'll have mega evolutions. But I think that Pokemon Legends is going to be less popular than Pokemon Champions. The whole purpose, reason being, Pokemon Champions is being marketed to the largest plurality of players. The largest plurality of players right now is not people looking for a new experience in Pokemon. It's people that are competitive battling. You can tell this kind of by the play metrics of Pokemon games after people have completed them. Like, after somebody's completed a Pokemon game, they tend to... You see this? One step, fight. One step, fight. One step, fight. It was ridiculous. Getting out of here. There. Wow. So, once people are done playing a Pokemon game, they fall off, and they're just like, okay, cool, I played it, the storyline's done. Some people might complete the Pokédex, but that's it. If they're an avid collector, okay, they collect them all, and then they put them on Pokemon Home, and then they wait for the next Pokemon game to come out. Or they'll go do shiny hunting, or a Nuzlocke. And it kind of is weird, because the amount of competitive players is increasing. The competitive scene is actually burgeoning from what it used to be. It used to be it was a very small contingent, and now it's just more and more and more. And so Legends Z reads to me like they want to make a almost like a Legends game that's going to have a competitive aspect, but I just don't think it's going to fly. I think people are going to play it for the regional forms if it has a regional form, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to play Champions. And I think Champions is going to get more traction and more traffic than Legends. Mostly because it's going to be on 2 platforms. Mobile phones, devices like that, and it's going to be on Switch. And if they pull it off like Pokemon Battle Revolution, like I suggested multiple times on their Twitter posts, you're welcome, by the way, Game Freak. And I like to take credit for that one. And the people would say, well, that wasn't your doing, though. I only dropped the suggestion dozens of times. May not be my creation, but it was my hint. So I'm going to take credit for that, put a feather in my cap. Nevertheless, if they make it like Pokemon Battle Revolution, and they monetize the stadiums and the soundtracks, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. What you'll have is you will have a game that will rival everything. Like, it will rival possibly even Red, Blue, Yellow. That was a gamble. That was a big gamble. It's an unlearned struggle bug. That's a big one. But yeah, this I think that Champions. Okay, I'm gonna say it. If Champions was to bring out, like I was saying, if they were to bring out the individual arenas and the individual soundtracks, you don't have to buy all of them. Just like monetize the soundtracks, 25 cents, 30 cents a piece, 50 cents a piece. It prints money. You know, monetize the little arenas, 25 cents, 50 cents a piece, prints money. They wouldn't have to worry about a thing. People would be, here's $5. I want these 6 songs and those 4 arenas or whatever, and you're good to go. Game Freak wouldn't know what to do with all the money. They would be set for the next 3 generations of Pokemon. True story. I mean, I personally want them to do something like that. I think it would be amazing. I honestly think that it would be a big shock to the system. I think it would shake things up, and I think that's something that this game desperately needs. It needs more eyes on the competitive scene. And when it gets it, I think you're going to see it erupt. Like, it's just going to go up and away. Oh. I could have had a Shinx. And it's probably an Intimidate Shinx too, isn't it? Oh wow, it's not. So it's a Rivalry Shinx. I have to watch out for that then. Not so much on Tortimer, but on other people. Because if it's the same gender, they fight against one another. They get extra damage for it. So, yeah. There's good speed growth on Ethan. Then again, he's also hasty, so... Sure. Battle this guy, go into the next area, and probably call it for this video, because it's 31 minutes in. I guess I could go a little longer. Oh, and a Shinx. Intimidate Shinx? Intimidate Shinx. I'm trying to get a wide array of Pokemon. Not so much for this upcoming gym, but for the one after it. Because the one after it is going to be... Yeah... Unless I think that's the Grass Gym. And unless I have... I mean, I could... Wait, is the Grass Gym third gym? I forgot which one the Grass Gym is. But I know that if I'm ill-prepared or if I have an under-leveled person in my party... Yeah. I'm going to need a really good flying type and a really good bug type. See? You could have this. Not that. I was going to say, if you were to, if you were to pay money and you could get, like, soundtracks, you could get Jubilife City. That's your battle soundtrack. So it just sits there playing, you know, battle soundtrack. And, you know what? I'll say this right now. If they market it the way I want them to market it, all they have to do, deadpan serious here, all they have to do is sell Cynthia's theme with the prelude. So it's prelude plus Cynthia's theme, where it plays the piano going in, and then it goes right into the battle music. And they could put a $1 tag on that, a $1.50 tag on it. Gone. They would sell hundreds of thousands of those. Dead serious, because everybody loves Cynthia's theme. Wow. I'm sorry. Did you just read that? I did. I mean, I could speed read, but... You know, he's just like, oh, well, there's 2 town maps in here. I like it a lot, but I don't need 2. Here, you can have it. They're not 2 for you, Nimrod. Use your brain. Your rival's got the brain power of chocolate pudding. Yeah, let's battle this guy. I think this is a guy that has Abras that know Charge Beam. Yeah, is this one and the next one? This is why I let out with Resonance. That way I can hit him with a Struggle Bug. Hit him with some good. Hit him with some of the good damage. Super effective Struggle Bug damage. Yeah, you're gonna lose that special attack boost, pal, so don't get too attached to it. Assuming you don't get deleted first. Ouch. I won't be able to take that on the next one. I can't use... Oh, actually, no, because I could leave and then heal up and come back, because it's not a gym. Ooh, that growth potential is terrible. This Cricket Top might be the worst one I've caught. This one, I'll tell you right now, you know what I'm going to do? I will transfer. If that Cricket Tot dies, if this Cricket Tot becomes a Cricketoon and then kicks the bucket, I'm going to transfer it to Pokemon Home to see exactly what its individual values are, because I'm willing to bet it is a 0 IV, and the only ones it has are dog manure. Willing to bet. Just a gentleman's wager. Yup. Yup. You and your silly Poketch company. Yes, I know. 3 clowns. I already found one. I'm looking at him. What a clown. Same thing. It's an Abra with Charge Beam. I mean, the fact that they gave Abra Charge Beam is ridiculous. The fact that he can learn it. Like, that's just ridiculous. Here we go. I'm gonna sound like a boomer. Back in my day, Abra didn't get Charge Beam. You had to swap him out, because all he could learn was Teleport until he evolved into a Kadabra. At which point he learned Confusion. Wait, that almost went Deckard Cain. Let me try that again as Deckard Cain. Back in my day, Abra only learned Teleport until he evolved, and then he learned Confusion. That was the confusion back in the day. It's like, why do you not learn anything good? Then, like two or three levels later, is this? Said talk to their friend. Okay, talk to him. Maybe I can get a TM for him. Sweet. Is this Charge Beam? Oh, it's Workup. That's right. Which seems like a bad trade, doesn't it? You fight against people that have Charge Beam, and then all of a sudden they give you Workup, and you're like, great. Just gonna put that over here with the rest, and you start pushing it toward a trash bin. It's like, thanks a lot. I'll cherish these TM10s as long as I've known them. Straight toward the wheelie bin. Yeah. I got the Poketch coupon. One of many. Can a Pokemon hold it? Yes, they can. Bit of trivia for you. Who is the worst option for held items? It's also going to be a hot take, too. Arceus. If you think about it, your held items are meant to give you a tactical advantage, like, you know, Air Balloon or whatever. Lagging Tail to make you move last. Stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. I was actually wanting to see if there was a clown over there. But anyway, so there's a clown up here. Now that I can get my Route 204 catch. Or fight her. I can get my Route 204 catch, but back to Arceus. Arceus, you have to put the plates on him, right? So you put the plate on him and it changes his typing. Same thing with, like, Genesect, right? Genesect's not that good, because you have to put the plate on him. Not the plate, but his is a disc. You have to put the disc in his held item. So you're effectively losing that counterplay, which could be had with, say, like, the bulb that you can hold that absorbs a water attack. or other things that absorb attack you're weak to, or berries that can change the flow of battle. By limiting that makes these Pokemon absolutely terrible to fight with and use. They're awful. But let's go one further. This is another piece of trivia, what do Arceus and Oricorio share? I'll give you a minute. When you use Arceus and you terrastalize him, Arceus's move Judgment now becomes the damage type of your terrastalized form and not your plate. Because it mimics his type. Judgment does. And when he terrastalizes, his type changes. So the game is hard-coded to see him. Let's say you have a fairy plate on him, but you have an ice terrastalization. So you terrastalize to ice. It's now an ice-type Judgment. Oricorio functions the same way. Oricorio's Revelation Dance mimics the type that Oricorio is. There are 4 Oricorio types: Fire, Electric, Ghost, and Psychic. Then you can terrastalize to, say, Dark type. Now it's a Dark type Revelation Dance. True story. Steel type Revelation Dance. He's normally Fire type. Rock type Revelation Dance. I'm telling you, it's a really interesting mechanic. This is why terrastalization is the second best generational gimmick. And yes, I will call it a generational gimmick, because that's what they are. Each generation comes out with a gimmick. Ooh, Route 204. Should I get the old rod and then fish it to get a... Yeah, I'm going to get the old rod and fish it to get a Magikarp. There's the third clown. They should have made those questions harder. I'm gonna go get my old rod. Now I'm gonna go catch myself a Magikarp. And maybe because I have an early enough Magikarp on 204, I can feasibly get it to be a Gyarados quicker. It's gonna be helpless for the longest time, but we're gonna try it. And then I'll get my Poketch, and I'll call it a day. Oh. Could have registered it. Magikarp. A level 7 Magikarp. I know exactly what to name it too. You'll see. But yeah, try that next time if you play Scarlet and Violet and you wanted an interesting interaction. Terrastalize and use Revelation Dance. They'll expect one thing, you'll hit them with another thing. They won't expect that, because they'll be like, wait, it's blah 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 blah. Yeah, it is that, but it's also not that, because I terrastalized. Terrastalization is a generational gimmick allowed for counterplay, which is what makes it the second best. Mega Evolutions allowed for counterplay, which is what made it the best. And it allowed for new forms, it allowed for evolutions that are temporary and still good. Like, the only one that I think got a raw deal on the whole thing was Jinx. I mean, let's realistically look at it. Magmar got both Magby and Magmortar. And then you had Electabuzz. I didn't nickname it, did I? No! I can't use it till I nickname it. I forgot to nickname it. Shows how much my brain went to pudding. I gotta sell that too. Nevertheless, the Mega Evolutions gave an interesting change. Actually, I think I can find the name raider. It's gotta be around here somewhere. I'm here to sell. There we go. Because I'm not allowed to use it anyway, so I might as well get rid of it. But Jinx got a raw deal. Because, you know, Electabuzz got Elekid and Electivire. Magmar got Magmortar and Magby. Jinx got Smoochum. Just Smoochum. Nothing else. It's a solid ice psychic physical attacker. One of the only ice types that can effectively learn Ice Punch and utilize it to its fullest extent before Weavile. And you gave it nothing? Game Freak, come on. I'll save it here. I'm gonna find out where the name raider is for the Magikarp, and I will get that renamed, even if I have to put it in the box before I get it changed. So, I've used up my routes for 201, 202, and 204. Hopefully, this run will go better than the last. I'm glad that I can be back into doing this, because I've always enjoyed Nuzlocking, because it adds a level of challenge. And I like doing those levels of challenge, as you can see by the, Diablo 3 or Diablo 4. Listen to me, my brain is gone. The Diablo 2 One Talent Challenge. Jeez. It's been a long day. But I thank everybody for coming out and watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you stick around for the rest of the series. And if you haven't watched the previous ones, you can see how I met my tragic end in the previous ones. A couple of the times I was sick, and I had the sniffles and good times. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.